Truth Man here. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping Also Group channel. Y'all know how we do it on Monday and Tuesday. We ain't gonna go too strong today. We gonna have some videos. We gonna have some shorts. But we gotta start. I gotta start focusing on some things that'll put me in a better position than I am right now. On this video, I want to talk about people who won't hold themselves accountable for their own actions. These are the narcissists. You got to be careful that confidence doesn't turn into narcissism. You got to be careful because it's like you'll get to the point where you think you above reproach, you above like being corrected, if you will. And you got to watch out for people. Let me tell you this. People who don't receive correction, don't let them give correction. Don't accept correction from people who don't receive correction. Don't accept correction from people who don't receive correction. So the Most High, as usual, is going to look out for my best interest. And I will testify that right now, is that a lot of time when I make a decision that the Most High does not want me to make, depending on the level of my eyes being open, and the level of my enlightenment concerning the situation, the Most High will either go all the way to the basics or go deep. Wherever I'm at that point, he'll go back to the basics. And what he was showing me about myself is that I was getting away from some of the things that he'd been showing. The No Matrix philosophy, I've been getting away from it, like with a variety of people, like, and he called me up on it. He showed me. You know, you be like, a lot of time you be expecting the Most High to say one thing or do one thing, and he'll do another. Like he showed me that people will be trying to make you feel bad about something that needed to happen, something that they were begging to happen. People are trying to make you feel bad about that kind of stuff. But also, which I already knew he'd been putting in my spirit, I've been getting better. I still been talking, but I've been getting better. You know, y'all know I'm a joke. I'm gonna have my dirty jokes, stuff like that. But he was showing me that I need to kind of scale off of that because people don't recognize real. They don't understand real. And they'll begin to subtly and deceptively place themselves above you if you telling them too much. Like people ask you about things that they was curious about, that they been nice to you about, and then when they find out that it ain't what they thought, they move on. I already knew that the tares and wheat were growing together, and I just made a video about that not to trust in nobody else's understanding unless I see it and they prove it when it comes to the Most High and His Word, because people will take what they want. They'll take what they want, and they'll only use the word if they think they can weaponize it against you. And the Most High won't be telling them to do none of that because he won't need them to do that. If you're a person that knows how to communicate with the Most High come to you directly. And it's like people will be saying things and it'll be the devil behind it. Like, ain't nobody finna get control over me. I don't care. I could be cool with everybody or nobody. Either way, I'm gonna be the same. I could have loving relationship with everybody or nobody. And this is what he been showing, because this is how he is. See, the Most High gonna make you like him if you let him. The Most High don't need us. I don't know why people walking around like, as much as I love him, he don't need me. If I wasn't never even born, he would have been just fine. Because he's God. And it's like you got to get to the point where you can humbly think like him. But we talking about people who won't hold themselves accountable. These is the people that no matter how much they wrong others or whatever, they never see themselves as wrong. No matter what they say to others, they never see what they said as wrong. And so you can't be married to these people. You can't be friends with these people. You can't have these people in your church. If you work with them at work, these are the people you don't need to talk to or be around. The ones that won't hold themselves accountable, man. They won't say, you know what, I messed up. What can I do to fix this? It's like, I was thinking about this. And I've rarely seen people that, you know what, I messed up. How can I fix this? It's always you. Think about a marriage standpoint. How many divorces could have been avoided if both people held themselves accountable and rightfully got up on their roles? This means that for women, you're not the leader. So this means that you recognize and accept what you did wrong and fall in line. Same thing with the man. I had to tell somebody that the man is the leader no matter what's going on. People, I don't know where people getting this stuff from. Well, you only a leader if this. You only a leader if that. No, in a relationship dynamic, no matter what the man is, he's the leader. If she don't want him to be the leader, then she shouldn't get in no relationship, and she definitely shouldn't get in no marriage with a man that she don't respect his manhood, his leadership. And I was talking about this with multiple people from different angles, right? And I said this right here, like, a woman will automatically try to act like the next man is better because she didn't want to submit and hold herself accountable to the man she chose. And these people wave their hand at the Bible like this. But then they'll be like this with you with the Bible. The Bible says they'll be just like this. But when it comes to them, they like this. Because they won't hold themselves accountable. I done start tuning people out. Like, once I see that you ain't accepting the word, you not going to take away who I am. I done had people try to literally take away the title that the Most High gave. And once they do that, I'm done with them. Like, once you like disrespect who I am in the Most High, I'm done with you. There's no hope for you. And that's opening the door to Satan. Like, the relationship is over. We're done. Once a person be like downplaying, like, you ain't gotta, oh, you're the greatest ever. I don't need that. But what you not gonna do, and this is for everybody, you not gonna tell me something different than what the Most High is telling. You not gonna demote me from positions and places that the most, because then now I know, oh, the devil done took over. And me and the devil, we ain't the best of friends. So I'll be knowing, oh, the devil done took over. And all you can do, you be like disappointed. You be like, man, that person I thought really was this, really was that. But you just got to keep on moving. Because people that don't hold themselves accountable, they're always manipulator. I'm going to show you how. They always talking, but they never listening. And what I done start doing, because I noticed that these are the ones that try to talk over you too. Be like, I'll start cutting them off. I'm not letting you get no word in. If I know I got the truth, and you trying to block out the truth with whatever you saying or whatever you want to do, I'm gonna cut you off. Like, I'm not gonna listen to what you got to say. Just like when, no matter how good something feel, or how cool, or how good somebody treats you, what's wrong is wrong. Like, if you see like, nah, this ain't supposed to be, then you got to move on past. So, the people will not hold themselves accountable. They will not hold themselves accountable. Once a person gets agitated, that's when they're going to usually show you how they really think, how they really feel about a situation, place, thing, whatever. That's when they're going to really show you. Well, as long as a person's happy and they get what they want, they not going to show you. They going to have to think that they're going to have to not agree with what you're doing, not agree with your approach, for you to see the truth in the whole situation. And what I learned about people is that, and I talk about this all the time if you've been watching, is that people, you can't pay too much attention to them. Just like I say when it comes to women, make you take them serious. That's people in general. That's people in general. Because you don't want to take a person serious that don't know what the hell they talking about, or they self-righteous, or they create their own scripture. This is what's wrong with the church. This is why you can't trust the Christian church. Because if you know, then you know that when you read the scripture, like some things be what they talking about, but more often than none, you reading the scripture and it be something totally different than what you see. The pastor married to somebody whose husband is still alive. When I found that out, I had to cut her loose. Simple as that. Oh, well, she was good. She was this, she was that. You shouldn't have cut her loose. Okay, so you telling me I shouldn't have cut her loose when the Bible is telling me that I should? Who I'm going to listen to? Who I'm going to listen to? See, what people don't understand is this. When you know, the Most High looks at the situation totally different. They'll be like, okay, let me see how long it's going to take him. Let me see how long it's going to take him. This year and last year, I would say, really all these years, but this year and last year, I think I learned the most in life than I ever learned, in particular about people. Man, people will move on from you. You'll come around, they won't even be thinking about you no more. They won't even be thinking about you no more. And sometimes the only reason people is toxic, the only reason why they even paying attention to you is because of whatever the reason is that they choosing to pay attention to you at that moment. Case in point with Trump. All the people, look at all the people that jumped on the bandwagon to hate him. I done had to tell so many people, man, you don't even know him. So you don't either. Said, you're right, I don't. But I'm going by what I see can get better in this country. Now, Trump has done some things that I don't agree with. But I'm not gonna hate. I ain't even hate Biden. I ain't like him, but I ain't hate him. The only reason why I was bringing Biden up, because people was trying to act like he this. Like one time, I used to talk to this one dude about politics. But when he said that Biden was doing a good job, I stopped talking to him about politics. I was done. I was done. Because this goes back to what I mean by you not holding yourself accountable. Not people will hold the people accountable that they don't like. They will hold the people accountable that they don't like. Because what the real central reason is, it is a lot of people, they just so far from being like the Most High that they like Satan. And if you know the devil, then you know when you're hearing from the devil. I know when I'm hearing the devil's voice. The devil is going to downplay the scripture. How can you do? Okay, are you going to invite a guest to your house that ain't with you, that you not cool with, that don't like you? Show me one time that a person invited somebody to their house for a barbecue or get together or anything that they know didn't like them, if they wasn't trying to make them jealous. It don't happen. But people think the Most High gonna do it. This is why, as a prophet, all I can do is present. Observe, present. Observe, present. What you see, prophet. Observe, present. I can't make people listen to me. And they can't make me listen to them. But when you hold yourself accountable for your actions, that's like a dart that can go through the devil's heart. Like, you know what? I was wrong. What should I do about that? What I'm supposed to do with that? Because the devil is do whatever you want. So when you, every time I or you downplay the word, the scripture, to fit something that I want to fit, we practicing Satanism. Now, we are sinful by nature. So when we make a mistake, you got to figure it out. You got to hold yourself accountable, and you got to go in the opposite way of that mistake going forward from now on. People be control freaks. We finna talk about that next. They be control freak. Most control freaks don't know they control freak. It's a difference between having standards and being a control freak. Control freak, the question is, where did your standards come from? Because we all have our own individual will. Where did your standards come from? Is the question that has to be asked when you're dealing with control freak. Control freak, that's the person that's not going to hold themselves accountable. Narcissism and control freaks are cousins. They related, for real. They closely related. So once you see a person is not holding themselves accountable, you have to figure out a way to limit your interactions with them. Because if you don't, if you're not careful, if you don't look at them in the light that you need to look at them in, they're going to brainwash you. They're going to brainwash you. And the one way you know that people don't like being held accountable is if you saying things that's them, that they're guilty of. They always want to stop you from saying it. And a lot of times, as a prophet, what I experience is I would be talking about this person over here and this person over here get hit. And they'll be like, you always talking about me, you always talking about, and it don't be that. But it's crazy because when they do that, it's showing me that I was right about them too. Like, okay. Look, I'm to the point where I want the best for everybody, but I don't care what people do. That's them. I got to focus on myself. I spent too much time focusing on other people. And some of them people, it came down the line and they showed me they ain't thinking about me. If I'm not giving them what they want me to give them, they just replace, or they try to. Some people keep dealing with you if they can't replace you. That's just the way it is. Like a lot of people let's see what other people talking about. They'll be getting all they need from the No Matrix channel. But they'll be like, let's see what other people are talking about, because they don't want to listen to you. They want to replace you. That's why you gotta watch yourself around these people, man. Don't try to help nobody who don't want to be helped. Don't try to help nobody who think they don't need help in a situation where they do. Just let them go. And that go for me too. I'm not just talking to you. I'm talking to myself. You not finna make me feel bad about something that needed to happen. Or something that happened because of you and your action. People, look, that's like if somebody keep picking with me, right? And I take off on them. Bang, 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 bang. Beat them right down. Now they want everybody to think, oh, well, he just wanted to fight anyway. He mean, he ain't who he say he is. And all this other stuff. When the whole time, they've been agitating me. That's how people is. Those are the ones that don't want to hold themselves accountable. You get beat up because you was picking. Let's say you're a bully in school. Case in point, I got a good example. When they tried to expel me for punching the dude, I was gone 4 or 5 days. He held himself accountable. But after that, I ain't talked to dude no more. Like, I just was done with him. Because I'm minding my own business, and they flicked that staple, and it plucked right here. What if that would have hit my artery? So even though he apologized and held himself accountable and told the principal what happened, we both did, I ain't deal with dude no more. And I used to see him in the hall after that. He just was getting out of my way. Like 5. I believe I broke his nose. His nose was bent all the way up and wouldn't stop bleeding. And his eye, if I would have got him, if I would have went a little more to the left, because I hit him with my right, I could have probably really did some serious. That his eye was messed up from where I caught him, like right on the inside of it. But if I would have went a little more to the left, his eye would have been gone. Now, what he was supposed to say to himself, I shouldn't have never did what I did. If I wouldn't have did what I did, I wouldn't have got punched like that. But let's say he was the type that don't hold himself accountable. Would he have brought a gun to school after that? Tried to shoot me with it? Would he have tried to get some people to jump me? This is happening. Cities everywhere. Some of these conflicts, a lot of them come from a person that just won't hold themselves accountable. Won't hold themselves accountable. So, if you hold yourself accountable, and just like, okay, I'm glad that situation happened the way it did with the concubine. Because would I have held myself accountable? I was, look, for at least a week, that was in my mind. Like, I know what the Bible say about this. Made it easy for me. Made it easy. Like, oh, okay. That's why when she broke up, I was like, okay. Just give me my stuff. Made it easy. Just like I know that when you get your word, you got to try to keep it. It don't always work like that, but you got to try to keep it. Like when I told her, I said, that little breaking up stuff, you keep talking about it and you do it again, I'm done with you. I'm going to hold you to it. I'm going to hold you to it. And that's what I did. And people can't take it. Just people don't want to hold themselves accountable. If I tell you you drink too much, for instance, that you too little, you not me, you can't do that, and you keep doing it, eventually what's gonna happen? Do y'all know how many people done burned their house down because they was passed out drunk? Had the stove on. I've done it before. I'll be cooking and I burn something up and I caught it just in time. I've done that before. But part of me holding myself accountable is I gotta hold myself accountable and realize that there's a difference between the Most High and these people. And what I come up front with is I want friends, but I don't need friends. I want close relationships, but I don't need them. What I do need, and who I do need, is the Most High. And so, when it comes to anything he say, I gotta hold myself accountable. That's all I can do. Like, I'm gonna make mistakes. I can't live up to his standard. Neither can you. But what he looks at is, When you make mistakes, are they intentional? Is it something that you can avoid? Well, if he, case in point, let's say a woman dies and she knew about them scriptures that I be talking about, like the scriptures with how you can't remarry while your husband is alive and this stuff. And she did it anyway. She just disregarded, did it anyway. What's she gonna tell the Most High? See, right now he not saying that. He gonna let you do it. But when you get judged, especially if you in the great white throne judgment, if you a lost soul, all that stuff is gonna determine the level of your punishment. Like your intent. You knew you could avoid it, but you did it anyway. You knew you could avoid it, but you did it anyway. So, you knew you could have avoided messing with that dude's wife, sleeping with your brother or your uncle's girlfriend, but you did it anyways because you disregarded the word. You didn't hold yourself accountable. You think you could do whatever you want to do and make it to heaven. You can't make it to heaven following Satan's philosophy. Do as thou wilt. And where a lot of women mess up in marriages is they trying to be the man. You trying to tell him what to do, but you don't listen to him. And some of them will even be so disrespectful to the point where they'll talk over you. The whole time, that's why I'm done pleading. I'm done explaining myself. You can do whatever you want. Anybody. Anybody. A to Z. Situation A to Z. I'm not, because I notice you be trying to plead, you be trying to explain, and you'll even be winning the argument, but it won't be moving them. So what's the point? What's the point? When it come down to it, most of us don't have many people. And if you got insight, you know the people you got. I got some people down with. I know who they are. But that don't mean they're going to be down with me tomorrow. I really do. I got some people that's in favor. But I also have people that are misconstruing things I say and do and think they better than me. And so do you. You can't make nobody hold themselves accountable but yourself. It's just right. I've been procrastinating, but I ain't never been a procrastinator. I'm holding myself accountable. There's businesses that I should have been had. I'm holding myself accountable. People be broke and they be blaming everybody else. You can't get mad who ain't helping you when you could have helped yourself. I used to be the person that'd get mad because people wasn't helping me. Like, especially when it came to ministry. I'd be like, man, they know I'm a minister. They don't be supporting me. They don't be this. They don't be that. But as I got older, I started understanding they can't help themselves. But I got to help myself. They can't help but be disloyal. People be getting mad at people for being disloyal and disrespectful. Don't get mad at nobody else over that. Forgive them and move on. I don't need you. Look, if you got a problem with me, do your due. You ain't got to deal with me, and I don't have to deal with you. People be trying to force stuff. I don't care what the situation or the relation or association is. I don't got to deal with you, and you don't got to deal with me. I'm going to get another man. I don't got to deal with you, and you don't got to deal with me. If you going to be disrespectful and disloyal, then you definitely need to get another man. That goes for any woman that I'm ever with while I'm alive. Y'all be getting mad at women for talking about getting another man when her actions been demonstrating that that's what she wants anyway. She will replace you and act like it's God. That's how deceived people be out here. They'll be blaming stuff on the Most High that's them all the way. But anyway, I got to talk about this next thing. And then I'm going to get, I want to get going. I want to be started by 9 o'clock, going for it. So I do thank y'all for tuning in. And I ask y'all to keep tuning in for more videos.